I'm Ryan,
I'm Julie.
and this is the Stories We Leave You.
Welcome back to part 2. So now let's get into the drugs because we've only talked about half the story, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I know my mom has mentioned at some point my dad was a truck driver, and I think he started drugs then. So I don't know exactly how long ago this was. I don't think I was very old when he
Mhm.
drove a truck. I guess he used them to help him stay awake and drive or whatever.
Speed,
Yeah.
basically.
So fast forward, I think in high school is when I realized or learned, or I don't know, I don't remember how it happened, but my dad was a meth user and he started making meth.
Mhm.
I don't remember how I learned all of this. I don't know how I figured it out. My mom and I were very close. I don't think she had a lot of close friends at the time. And also, we lived, like I said, 15 minutes from town. So we were in the country. So it's not like we had a lot of people surrounding us. We were kind of isolated.
Mhm.
And she worked with him all day on top of that. So, we were very close. And she ended up confiding in me a lot, which, I'm sure some people would judge that. You don't put those things on your kid, but what other choice did she have? But I also am glad that she shared those things with me and that I knew what was going on. I
Mhm.
knew what was behind it. So my dad was a meth user, which made the abusiveness worse, made him more paranoid. He had cameras or recording devices. I don't even think it was cameras. It was just
You think they were like deer cameras?
no, because it wasn't even cameras, it was just recording sound. I don't know what he was using,
Oh.
but, her driving a school bus. I think he put one on the bus, and I remember he had them in the house, which is kind of awkward because I know for a fact if he had one in the hallway, which I think was mentioned, my high school boyfriend and I had some relations in the bathroom right there across from where I think he has.
Oh my
So I'm
god.
I hope he never saw or heard anything.
The bath? Didn't you have a room?
Look, just mind your business. Don't don't be jealous right now, okay?
Not jealous.
But no, he had things at his place of business, the bike shop.
Mhm.
We also had relations there one time. And so,
Crazy teenagers.
yeah, so I'm like, "Oh my god, did my dad have, videos or sound bites?" Like, ugh. But you know what? Your own fault.
Ew.
Your own fault. So anyway, he would record these things and then he would come at my mom "What are these voices that I hear? Who's that?" And she's like, literally like a car driving by. He was so fucking crazy and paranoid that it was he was constantly convinced she was cheating on him, that she was doing all these things and other people were involved, and she's like, literally, you're not, there's nothing on there. And so at this point there was a time when he had a shotgun, I think it was, in the corner of the room,
Oh jeez.
and I guess he told my mom, "You see that over there?" And basically was like, "You're gonna tell me what's going on."
I still don't understand how you all weren't murdered in that house.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
There should be a documentary on Netflix right now on how your dad went on this murder spree.
I don't know. I mean, he's a good guy. He didn't murder us. Hot dog.
He doesn't
I
seem
don't
like
know.
that kind of guy.
Yeah,
I
I
am
don't
just
know.
shocked.
Yeah. So I don't know, around that same time.
Grateful that it didn't happen that way.
Yeah.
Side note.
Yeah. So around that same time, I don't know if it was the same night or if it was just around that same time, I woke up in the middle of the night to my mom, I don't him yelling, or my mom screamed or something. And I hear them going outside. He's shoving her down the stairs. I think she fell, and he takes her out to his shop. Well, I'm scared because I don't know what's going on. I'm wondering if the gun thing had already happened, so I was already freaked out about that.
Again, I think I've seen this movie.
So the one and only time I call 911, I'm like, "My dad is abusing my mom, you guys need to come out here." We hang up. That was on my cell phone. We hang up. they call back on the house phone.
Oh my god.
So, of course, my parents answer, and I guess they didn't know, like, the address or something. I don't know how they knew how to call back. I don't know how they knew the phone number.
Wow.
I don't the phone book? I don't know.
They're,
Like
like, flipping through the white
right.
pages.
And, like, our address should have been in the phone book too if they were using phone books, so I don't know. It was the stupidest fucking thing.
Wow.
So
That is definitely how people get killed.
right, so in comes my dad into my room, and he's like, "You called the fucking police, blah, blah, blah," and I was like I was so fucking scared. My dad
Do you see your behavior right now,
right.
Dad?
So my mom somehow got him to, like, calm down, the police show up, and of course, abusive situation, "It's fine, blah, blah, blah," like, whatever. So nothing happened, and of course, then I'm, like, scared to call 911 ever again.
Right.
So my mom started talking to the DEA, which is the Drug Enforcement Agency, and basically started working undercover to get my dad caught and arrested. So my senior year of high school, towards the end of high school, I think, I came out. I was getting ready to go to school in the morning. I came out and an officer was like, "So I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go knock on the door." My dad was hiding in the shop with the door locked. My mom is already gone because she drives a school bus at this point in the mornings. So they want me to knock on the door
On
and
the
try
shop door?
yes, and try to get my dad to come out. So I knock, I'm like, "Dad, dad," whatever, of course, he ignores it, he doesn't answer, and they're like, "You know what, just go on, go to school." So I leave, and there are black SUVs lined down the side, like, several down the side of the road.
Seriously, I can't wait for season 2.
I mean, yeah, so I leave, and of course, I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, I knew what was going on, but I'm like, "What's gonna
How do you
happen?"
go to school? Like, I would've turned around and, like, hid and watched.
If anything, I was like, "Okay, I can't deal with this shit. I've got, like, a biology test or something today,
Or
like,
that, yeah.
I gotta go." Yeah, so I go into school. I don't remember what all happened from there, like, a lot of it's just a blur, like, I know they arrested my mom and questioned her too, because at the time, he didn't they didn't want him to know that it was her. He did eventually find out that she had, like, worked with the DA, but
While helping him make meth, was he making it at
yeah,
this
he was making meth.
and selling it?
Mhm. Yeah.
So she had to help that. Did he make her help with that?
Probably, I don't know how much she really had to do with it. But, like, looking back, like, that motherfucker was making drugs in the garage. My bedroom was closest to his shop.
I mean,
So if anything
how
blew
date
up,
right.
I was hit number 1.
It's always shocking that, like, I wouldn't be able to just, like, start making meth. I don't know what goes into it.
Mhm.
I mean, back then, like, you didn't have the internet to give you
Yeah.
instructions. You didn't have shows like Breaking Bad telling you chemically how to make meth the right way.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know how dangerous they are and how, like, it gets in your clothes. Like, I'm sure
Mhm.
he had it embedded in his
Well,
clothes
and I
and all
remember,
that
like
stuff,
I
but
remember a certain smell. Like, I don't remember a lot, but I remember a certain smell.
didn't you just look up that it smells like cat pee or ammonia?
I don't remember. We were talking about something recently, and I was like, "Ooh, that makes me think of my dad making meth." I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, and you're like, "That's why, because
It was like a
meth has ammonia in it."
yeah, it was like a memory recall.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I remember the smell, and then I remember one time he had a jar of something in our deep freezer in the house, and it had something to do with it, but that was
Meth
like
starter?
I don't
Like
know.
sourdough starter?
Maybe, yeah. But that was, like, all that I remember, like, actually seeing or being a part of. But, yeah, so anyway, he gets arrested. They arrest my mom too, but I think like, I don't even remember, did I come home from school that day? Did I have to work? Where did my brothers go? I honestly have no idea.
How long in was he in jail or prison? Because 'Cause they're different.
So I don't think he stayed in jail. I think maybe he made bail. He got out for a while.
Mhm,
My mom, I think he came back home, and at this point, he didn't know that my mom had turned him in,
mhm.
and then so the day I left for college, my mom moved out and moved in with my grandparents, and
With your brothers?
yes, so it was like we all left at once. I don't know if he might have been in jail by then. I honestly I don't remember, but he only went to jail for, like, 4 months. for manufacturing and distributing. So anyway, for manufacturing and distributing
Only 4
methamphetamines.
months.
Yeah, 4 months.
I feel like people get more for having weed.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. But he's also white. I'm sure that makes a difference.
I mean, in his lifespan, though, hasn't he been in and out? Or
Before
is
that,
that, like, his big stint?
he was never in jail that I remember before that point.
But after?
After. Afterward, he would get in trouble for driving without a license. He had some restraining orders against him from various women.
Shocking.
I don't remember what all. Like, he definitely has a record now.
Yeah, but was that his longest
Mhm.
length?
Yeah.
That only 4 months?
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I don't even like I said, I don't even remember how everything went down, when everything happened, like, that happening, me graduating, like, he was at my graduation. So, I don't know. Unless it happened I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I think my brain just put a lot of it, like
I mean, again, it all makes sense why you did not introduce me when
Mhm.
he walked into your house
Yeah.
because it's like he was, I mean, on and off drugs
Yeah.
for the rest of his life.
Yeah. I mean, he's still alive.
He's still alive,
He's
but
not on drugs now because he can't
because he's
be.
hospital bound.
Yeah. But, no, so at some point, like, he's out. There were some other things that happened, like my first wedding. He wanted to be involved, but he was pissed that I wouldn't let him bring his girlfriend, even though I had told my mom that she couldn't bring her boyfriend, and he got mad and, like, keyed my mom's car the night before my wedding, and
Your poor mom's still getting it.
yeah. Yeah, well, because nothing is ever his fault.
Right.
It's always someone else's fault, it's never his fault. While I was married, we were actually scared, so he comes in the house one night. He might have had a shotgun with him, and he was like, "I was in the woods chasing these inwards." Like, he was convinced there were people in the woods running around, and he was gonna, like, shoot them. I
Did he
remember
think that they were black because it was nighttime?
I don't know if he actually thought they were black or if he was just using the N word to describe the people he didn't like. I don't
Oh,
know. I have
it's
no
like, were
idea.
there many black people in
No, not a
Buffalo?
lot, not a lot. But, there were just things like that, like, my ex and I were so worried that something might happen to us that we bought recorders and started keeping them in our house so that if something did happen, at least there would be record
Would yeah.
of what happened. I called and talked to the police one time while I was at school. Like, I remember sitting just, like, at the front of the building in between classes and just, like, crying and trying to talk to these police, but they were, like, basically explaining to me what would happen, and it was gonna be nothing. And I was like, "You guys are a waste of my time then." And I basically just hung up and was like, "Guess this is my situation to deal with because 'cause I'm too scared for my life that I can't like, you guys aren't gonna do enough." And I'm pretty sure he was abusive towards my grandfather, who he started living with, like, shot a hole in the mirror in the bedroom where he was staying. Thank God it didn't go through the wall and hit my grandpa, but I'm pretty sure he was abusive to my sweet, loving old grandpa for whatever freaking reason.
Who else did he have to abuse?
Nobody, because he pushed everybody away. And now he's literally in a hospital, like, withering away,
Dying alone.
dying alone. Right now, his
Don't do
main
drugs, kids. Don't
yeah.
do drugs.
His main person right now is his sister, who he also has not been nice to.
Well, and ironically, before he started getting hospitalized every other day, Justin, who he took a lot of his
Mhm.
anger out on, was the nicest and most present one in his life.
He's the only
Well,
chi
I wouldn't say nicest because I think he was a
No, I think he's an
pretty
asshole to him.
pretty big asshole,
But
but
he's the
he
only child that still talks to him.
yeah, I don't blame Jeremy.
Jeremy
Jeremy
doesn't
put
talk
up
to him at
that
all. Yeah.
put up that boundary a long time ago, and I have to commend him for doing that because a lot of times people would be like, "Oh," like how your ex was when his dad died, he was like,
Mhm.
"You should really call your dad."
Yeah, and I was like, "Do you
Mind you,
not" like, that pissed me off the most because 'cause I'm like, "Do you not remember we literally had recording devices in our house in case he murdered us, and now you think I should just make amends with him because your dad died?
uh-huh.
If you wanna trade dads, I'm more than happy to."
Did he ever see that side of him being married to you and you guys living so close to him?
The abusiveness I mean, he's definitely heard him yell.
Yeah.
I don't know if he saw the abusiveness
Was it ever
because
directed at your ex at all?
mm,
I mean, he's a man.
Yeah, I
I mean,
don't
he's a
think
pretty
so.
big dude.
He didn't really do that with men, it was more women
Well, yeah,
who he could overpower and
yeah.
control. But no, like, even after I would have already known you because I had my apartment in Springfield when I was teaching, my dad called me. So, mind you, my dad still lives out in the country in Elkland, Missouri. I'm living in Springfield, Missouri, so we're, like, at least 30 minutes away, 45 minutes in my apartment by myself, and he calls me and he's like, "What are you and Justin talking about?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Justin being my brother. And he's like, "I heard you guys."
What apartment?
My studio apartment that I had by myself.
Oh.
Yeah. So you and I were broken up at the time, I
Oh,
think.
we had already you
Mhm.
were already divorced
Yeah, I was
with me,
divorced.
so
Yep.
then
Yep. So
broken up.
this was, like,
Okay.
years later.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Was
he
this when Justin was temporarily crashing on your couch? Or was
no,
this
he didn't even
totally
live with me. He was
oh
in
my
Springfield, but he
gosh.
didn't live with me.
Okay.
So my dad was convinced he could hear me and Justin talking about him,
Hmm.
even though we weren't in the same town. Justin and I were not together. Like, that's how paranoid he was.
Wow.
So fast forward, we had about, I don't know, 4 or 5 times over the years from about the time Gray and Liv were born until now, where we get the call that, "Oh, we don't think he's gonna make it. You should come see him." But he must be like a cat and has, like, 9 fucking lives
More like 19. I don't understand.
because he is still alive to this day. He's had strokes, he's had at this
He has
point
a pacemaker.
yeah, he's on a it's not even a pacemaker, what's it called? An LVAD?
Oh, yeah.
Where he's, like, operated by batteries or has to be plugged into the wall because he has such a little percentage of his heart functioning at this point. And he did when he before he got the LVAD, he had to get off the drugs or they wouldn't do it. So he's been off the drugs for a while now, but
Mhm.
I don't know, he just ruined his whole life.
Yeah, and in a way, I mean, your mom's, like, clean of him because,
Oh, yeah, she has nothing to
I
do
mean,
with
I
him.
think the one and only time they saw each other was at your grandpa's funeral,
Well, they both were at our wedding.
and they both were yeah, oh, that's right.
They both walked me down the aisle,
That's
which is
right.
awkward, but
I'm still shocked he came,
he missed the first one.
but I'm still shocked he came to ours.
Yeah,
But like I said, up until that one point in our house,
yeah,
he was never not nice to me. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like,
yeah.
he never showed, like, any of that small town hillbilly.
He shows all his hillbilly.
No, I mean, like, redneck conservative hatred towards
Well, and that's the thing,
gay people, like, he's, I think, pretty doesn't he have a gay friend
I don't know.
or
He was
something?
I mean, he makes racist comments, he makes homophobic comments, but he was accepting of, like, our relationship, and
Mhm.
so, yeah, it's complicated when you have a parent like that, like, I can say, like, there are good things about him. He was supportive of our relationship. I'm pretty sure he hates Trump, which is surprising because he is
He's
such a hillbilly.
an anomaly.
Yeah. And, we did have really fun times. I remember my mom would leave or try to leave. Like, one time she did leave for a week or 2, and when he convinced her to come back, it was a lot of fun. We went to Worlds of Fun. We did all these fun things that we never got to do as a family because we didn't do a lot of things as a family. He was off doing his own thing a lot, and they would hold hands. It was so disgusting. And he is a funny guy. Like, I remember, like, good times with him, and he is charming to other people. And so when it came time to, like, him being around our kids, it's like, okay, like, I'll let him be around our kids, but we're gonna monitor things like racist things that come out of his mouth. Being the oldest child, being a woman who was raised to foster relationships, as I learned in therapy, and I am the type of person that's empathetic to, everyone has a backstory. I don't
Mhm.
know why he's like that. He was adopted. I've learned from his sister that there was a lot of family that didn't accept them as being part of the family because they were adopted, made comments about it. I know my granny could not always be a great person. I don't know if, like, something happened with raising him that made him that way, or all those comments of feeling abandoned by his birth mother. It's like I have a little bit of empathy for, like, that story. So it's something that I really struggle with when it comes to which is why I'm still in therapy, is, like, where do I set those boundaries?
Yeah, I think you have to set a boundary for yourself. Where's the line drawn for, is this going to hurt me?
Yeah.
Worrying about, because I know you were worried about like not, going and seeing him in the hospital and
Yeah.
things like that. But it's like,
So backing up, I haven't seen him and Violet was a baby. So I
he
haven't
hasn't met Violet, right?
No, he's never met Violet. So I haven't seen him in 3 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now that he's up here in the hospital, I really struggled
At
with
a
whether
hospital that is on the campus that I work at.
yeah, but I really struggle with, like, do I want to see him? Because I know he's not gonna be around much longer.
I mean, my only advice is don't do it for him.
Yeah.
Do it for you. If he dies tomorrow, will you regret any sort of closure? Or do you have closure and it's sorry, not sorry, but I'm not going to feel guilty
Yeah.
about letting myself be free of you?
I think at this point, I gave him more of myself than I had to,
Mhm.
than he deserved.
I don't even think you gave it, he took it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, letting him see the kids, even after we decided he wasn't allowed in our house again, to stay in our house, we still, like, went out to dinner and had those once or twice a year visits,
Mhm.
short visits. But he's never once taken responsibility
No.
for any of it. He's never said sorry, and at this point, I don't know if his brain is too far gone to even if I wanted to confront him about it before he died, like, "Before you die, listen to what I have to say." I don't know if he would understand or comprehend
Yeah, I
any
don't
of
know
it.
what his
So, at this point, I already know that, like, if there's something I wanna say to him, I'm gonna be doing it for me, whether it's in the form of a letter. I thought about recording it. Just an open letter to my dad, and maybe I'll play at his funeral. But, yeah, at
but
this
again,
point,
it's
I don't know. I don't know him anything. So, that's where we are today.
be cool, stay in school, don't do drugs. I saw a dare car yesterday.
This has nothing to do with well, I
We're
mean, I
talking about
guess
drugs,
we
and
are
I was
talking
like,
about
is
drugs.
dare even a thing
Well, the kids
anymore?
do start
Yeah.
now. Well, and that's why I with our older 2 kids, I try to they know a little bit. They don't know everything, but they know bits and pieces of my dad, and I want them to know because I want them to see, like, he let drugs control his life and he lost his entire family.
Mhm.
And he's on his deathbed with, like, one person, maybe a few other people coming to visit him. So, choose wisely.
Alright, well, thanks for sharing.
Wayne loaded, got my
Thanks
first cry.
thanks for crying on our podcast.
Thanks for crying.
It really brings out the truth
Yeah.
and the pain.
Honestly, I'm surprised that's the only time I cried.
You're a big baby.
Wow.
You do have
Back
feelings.
to the part that made me cry. Double shout out to my mom because she was my steady parent my entire life, but she's also like she got herself out of the situations.
Good job.
Like you were talking
Golf club.
about you were talking about you don't think she gives herself enough credit. And I agree. I mean,
No, like I said, if perfect, perfect limited series, maybe a movie, maybe with a sequel. I mean, that's like some heavy shit.
yeah.
And not everyone would be strong enough to like get past it and not let it really fuck up
Well,
their
and
whole
the
world.
fact that she did something so scary, like turning him in and working kind of undercover
Mhm.
when he was, like, so paranoid and recording, and the fact that, like, she was able to get out.
I mean, I'm sure she feared for her life and her kid's life at more than
I
once.
I will tell you, until probably the last 4 or 5 years, I still worried he would show up one day and murder me, or be especially after he knew mom lived here, that he'd just come in and murder everybody.
Here
Yeah.
in St.
I've
Louis?
had nightmares where I wake up and
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I got you, boo. No.
You'd be dead. But, I mean, now it's like he's in the hospital, so it's finally like, "Okay, I can breathe."
I feel like that might be somewhat how you feel when he finally
Mhm.
dies,
Yeah.
which is not a terrible thing to say. I think it's just honest.
I think
Like,
it's just the weight
you right.
that I've been
It's gonna
carrying for
be
years and the fear and
mhm.
knowing, like, okay, finally, like, there's no way in hell he can do anything now. So, anyway, thank you for listening to our podcast. Go in, follow the show so you don't miss anything. Leave us a review and find us on Instagram at The Stories We Leave You. And let us know what stories you want to hear if you have any questions. We'd love to hear from you.
Comments, show, episode ideas.
Yep.
Give it to us.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.